His story did not begin under the bright lights of Hollywood. It began on the tough streets of New York City. Mark Sinclair was born on July 18, 1967. He and his fraternal twin brother, Paul, were raised by their mother, Delora. Their stepfather, Irving H. Vincent, was an acting instructor and theater manager. Growing up in a diverse artists community in Greenwich Village shaped him. He was surrounded by creativity from a very young age. This environment planted a seed that would grow into a massive career. He saw art not as a luxury, but as a way of life. His first taste of the stage was almost an accident. When he was just 7 years old, he and his friends broke into a theater. They planned to vandalize it, but a woman caught them. Instead of calling the police, she saw something in them. She gave them each a script and $20. She told them to come back every day after school. This was his introduction to acting. It was a moment of grace that changed his life's direction. Acting in New York theater did not pay the bills, so he took a job that would become part of his legend. He became a bouncer at some of New York's trendiest nightclubs. This is when he adopted the name VinDiesel. Vin was a shortened version of his stepfather's surname, Vincent. Diesel was a nickname his friends gave him. Working the door was an education in itself. It taught him how to handle difficult situations. It taught him how to read people. This experience gave him a certain grit. He studied English at Hunter College. He focused on creative writing. He wanted to do more than just act in stories. He wanted to create them. He felt that his unique look was holding him back. Casting directors didn't know what to do with him. So he decided to take control. If no one would give him a part, he would write one for himself. In 1995, he took his savings and made a short film. It was called Multifacial. He wrote, directed, and starred in it. The film was about the struggles of a multiracial actor trying to find work. He submitted it to the Cannes Film Festival. To his amazement, it was accepted. The film was a critical success. Then, something incredible happened. He received a phone call that would change everything. It was from one of the most famous directors in the world. Steven Spielberg was on the other end of the line. Spielberg had seen Multifacial. He was so impressed by Vin's talent and honesty that he wanted to meet him. Spielberg was casting for his upcoming World War II epic Saving Private Ryan. He was so taken with Vin that he created a role specifically for him. The part was Private Adrian Caparzo. It was his first part in a major Hollywood production. He would be acting alongside stars like Tom Hanks. This was his chance to show what he could do on the biggest stage imaginable. When the film was released in 1998, it became a massive success. It won 5 Academy Awards and was praised by critics and audiences alike. Though his screen time was limited, Vin made a memorable impression. Hollywood finally took notice. His next major role came in the year 2000 science fiction thriller, Pitch Black. He played the character of Richard B. Riddick. Riddick was a dangerous criminal with surgically altered eyes that allowed him to see in the dark. He was an anti-hero. He was complex, mysterious, and deadly. Honestly, this was the kind of role Vin was born to play. He brought a unique intensity to the character. Pitch Black was a sleeper hit. People were fascinated by the character of Riddick. The film's success led to a franchise. It spawned 2 sequels, The Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick, as well as animated films and video games. This was the first franchise he would call his own. In 2001, a film came along that would define a generation of action movies. It was called The Fast and the Furious. The movie was about the world of illegal street racing in Los Angeles. Vin Diesel was cast as Dominic Toretto. Dom was the leader of a crew of hijackers. He was a tough, charismatic patriarch. He lived by a code of loyalty and family. The chemistry between Vin and his co-star Paul Walker was electric. They played rivals who developed a grudging respect and eventually a deep friendship. The film was a surprise blockbuster hit. The series grew into a global phenomenon. Each new installment became bigger and more ambitious. The films evolved from street racing stories to international spy thrillers. But the core theme of family always remained. Vin Diesel was the keeper of that flame. As a producer on the later films, he guided the franchise's direction. The Fast and Furious saga is one of the highest-grossing film franchises of all time. In 2014, he took on a role that seemed very simple on the surface. He voiced the character of Groot in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Groot is a sentient, tree-like being who can only say 3 words, I Am Groot. His performance as Groot was a revelation. Through his voice work, Vin was able to convey humor, sadness, love, and sacrifice. It proved that he was more than just a physical presence. He was a true artist who could create a beloved character using only his voice. What makes Vin Diesel such an enduring star? It is his unique connection with his fans. He was one of the first major celebrities to embrace social media. He makes his fans feel like they are part of his journey. His personal story is a source of great inspiration. He is a self-made man who came from a humble background and faced many rejections, but he never gave up on his dream. From the streets of New York to the top of the box office, his journey has been remarkable. He broke down barriers and redefined what it means to be a movie star in the 21st century. His impact is not just measured in ticket sales, but in the millions of fans he has inspired. He has built a global family, united by a love for thrilling action and heartfelt stories. And that is a legacy that will endure for a long, long time.